The silent damage of chronic stress. What if the thing slowly damaging your body is something you experience every single day? Not sugar, not lack of exercise, but stress. Not the sudden kind of stress that's come from emergencies, but the quiet, constant pressure that never seemed to go away. Work deadlines, financial worries, endless notification, and a mind that never truly rests. What many people don't realize is that chronic stress can silently affect nearly every system in the body. And the damage often happens long before you even notice it. Stress is a natural part of life. In short bursts, stress can actually hurt. It sharpens attention, increase alertness, and prepare the body for action. This response is often called the fight or flight response. When a threat appears, the brain sends signal that release stress hormone. Heart rate increase, breathing become faster, energy is directed to the muscle and brain. For our ancestors, this response was extremely useful. It helped them escape danger, but modern life is very different. Today, stress rarely comes in short bursts. Instead, many people experience constant low-level pressure throughout the day, work demands, financial concern, information overload, social pressure. The body was never designed to stay in this stage for long, and when stress becomes chronic, it can slowly begin affecting many systems inside the body, often quietly, often without obvious warning sign. In this video, we'll explore how chronic stress affects the brain, the nervous system, the immune system, and the overall health, and why learning to manage stress may be one of the most important steps for protecting long-term well-being. The body was not designed for constant stress. The human stress response is incredibly powerful, but it was designed for short-term survival. Imagine early humans encountering danger in the wild. Their bodies need to react instantly. Adrenaline surged, heart rate increased, muscle prepared for action, but once the danger passed, the body returned to a calm state. This recovery phase is just as important as the stress response itself. Unfortunately, modern stress often dulls and quickly. Deadlines remain, responsibility accumulate, digital notification never stop. The brain begins interpreting these ongoing pressures as continuous threat, and the stress response remain activated day after day. Over time, this constant activation can place enormous strain on the body. Cortisol, the stress hormone. One of the main hormones involved in the stress response is cortisol. Cortisol is released by adrenal glands. In the short term, cortisol can be helpful. It increases blood sugar to provide energy. It sharpens attention. It helps the body respond to challenging situations. But when cortisol remains elevated for long periods of time, problems can begin to happen. Chronic high cortisol may disrupt sleep. It may increase inflammation. It may interfere with the hormone balance. Over time, the body may struggle to regulate cortisol properly, and this imbalance can affect both physical and mental health. Chronic stress and brain. The brain is one of the organs most affected by long-term stress. Several regions of brain are sensitive to cortisol. One important area is the hippocampus. The hippocampus plays a key role in memories and learning. Cognitive stress may affect how this region functions. Another area influenced by stress is the prefrontal cortex. This region helps regulate the decision-making, focus, and emotional control. When stress levels remain high, these cognitive functions may become less efficient. At the same time, another brain region called the amygdala may become more reactive, and the amygdala process fear, the emotional responses. This combination can make the brain more sensitive to stress while reducing the system that normally regulates it. Stress and immune system. The immune system is also influenced by chronic stress. In the short term, stress hormone can temporarily boost immune activity, but when stress becomes prolonged, the immune system may become less balanced. Chronic stress may increase inflammation throughout the body. At the same time, certain immune defenses may become weaker. This imbalance can make the body more vulnerable to illness and infection. Researchers have shown also found that chronic stress may slow the body's healing process, which means recovery from illness or injury may take longer. Stress and sleep. Sleep and stress are closely connected. When stress levels rise, the body remains in a more alert state. Stress hormone keep the nervous system activated. This can make it harder to fall asleep. Even when the person does fall asleep, stress may reduce the quality of sleep. Deep sleep is the state where the body repairs itself, but chronic stress may reduce the amount of restored sleep. Over time, poor sleep can create even more stress in the body, and this cycle can become difficult to break. Stress and nervous system. To understand chronic stress, we need to look at the nervous system. The nervous system controls how the body responds to the world. It has two main modes: the sympathetic system, which prepares the body for action, and the parasympathetic system, which allows the body to rest and recover. When threat appears, the sympathetic system activates, heart rate increased, breathing becomes faster, energies move toward the muscle. But once the danger passes, the parasympathetic system should take over. The body slows down, muscle relax, digestion resumes, and body begin to recover. Chronic stress disrupts this balance. Instead of switching back and forth between activation and recovery, the body remains stuck in constant state of alertness. The nervous system never fully relaxed. Over time, this constant activation can exhaust the body's resources. Stress and digestive health. The digestive system is extremely sensitive to stress. When the body enters fight or flight mode, digestion slows down. This makes sense of survival perspective. When facing danger, the body prioritizes movement and awareness over digestion. But when stress becomes chronic, this digestive slowdown may continue. Some people experience symptoms such as bloating, stomach discomfort, loss of appetite, or irregular digestion. The gut and the brain are closely connected through the communication pathway known as the gut-brain axis. When stress signals travel from the brain, they can influence how the gut functions. This is one reason why emotional stress often appears in the physical digestion system. Stress and energy depletion. One of the most common symptoms of chronic stress is affected. At first, stress may actually increase energy, and adrenaline and cortisol provide a temporary boost, but this energy is not sustainable. Over time, constant stress hormone begin draining the body's reserves. Sleep becomes less restorative. Muscle remain tense. The nervous system could stay alert. Eventually, many people experience persistent tiredness even after rest. This is not simply physical fatigue. It is often a combination of mental, emotional, and physiological exhaustion. Stress and emotional health. Emotional are closely linked to the stress response. When stress continues for long periods of time, emotional balance may shift. People may feel more irritable, more anxious, or more easily overwhelmed. Part of this response is related to the brain stress circuitry, and chronic stress may increase activity in the amygdala, the reason associated with the fear and emotional reactivity. At the same time, the brain region responsible for emotional regulation may become less active. This imbalance can make stressful experience feel more intense. Stress and focus. Many people notice that it's become harder to concentrate when they are under pressure. This happens because stress affects the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for planning, decision making, and attention. When stress hormones rise, the brain shifts resources toward the survival responses. This means long-term thinking and deep concentration may temporarily decline. In short bursts, it can be useful, but when stress becomes constant, mental clarity may suffer. Stress and inflammation. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection, but chronic stress may increase inflammation signal throughout the body. Stress hormones interact with the emotion self, and over time, these interacts may lead to the persistent growth, low-grade inflammation. Chronic inflammation has been linked to many modern health conditions, heart disease, metabolic disorder, autoimmune condition. While stress alone is not only cause, it can contribute to overall inflammation load in the body. Stress and hormone balance. Hormone function as body's communication system. They regulate sleep, metabolism, the reproduction, and mood. Chronic stress may disrupt this decline balance. Cortisol interact with many other hormones. For example, it can influence insulin level. It may affect the thyroid function, and it may alter the reproductive hormone. When the system becomes imbalanced, people may notice change in energy, sleep pattern, or appetite. Stress and heart. The cardiovascular system also responds to stress. During stressful moments, heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, blood flow shifts to the muscle and brain. This response is useful during the short-term challenges, but when stress remains constant, the cardiovascular system stays under pressure. Over time, there is repeated activation, may strain blood vessels and the heart itself. Maintaining the healthy stress level may therefore support the long-term cardiovascular health. Stress and sleep cycle. Healthy sleep depends on a balanced nervous system. When body feels safe and calm, sleep signal increase, but chronic stress keeps the brain alert. Stress hormone delay the release of melatonin, the hormone that regulates the sleep cycle. Even if someone feel physically tired, their mind may remain active, face racing thought, restlessness, difficulty falling asleep. Over time, deprivation can amplify the stress responses, creating the cycle that's become difficult to break. Stress and memory. Memory formation relies heavily on hippocampus. This reasons the brain helps convert experiences into the long-term memories. But the hippocampus is sensitive to the stress hormone. Chronic stress may interfere with how memories form. People under constant pressure may notice increased forgetfulness, difficulty recalling information, or trouble concentrating on learning tasks. Reducing stress may help restore cognitive clarity over time. Stress and muscle tension. Have you ever noticed the tight shoulder or the neck pain after a stressful day? Stress often causes the muscle to contract automatically. This reaction prepares the body for the potential action, but when stress remains constant, muscle may stay tense for a long period. Over time, this tension may lead to headaches, neck stiffness, back pain, jaw tension. Relaxation practice can help release this accumulated tension. Stress and habits. Chronic stress can influence daily habit. Some people respond to stress by eating more. Others may lose their appetite. Some people turn to caffeine. Others may rely on alcohol or other coping behavior. These habits may provide temporary reliefs, but over time they may increase stress on the body. Healthy coping strategies often provide more sustainable support. Stress and social connection. Humans are social beings. Supportive relationships can help regulate the stress response. Positive social interaction trigger the release of calming hormone like oxytocin. These hormones help reduce the stress signal, but when people feel isolated, stress response may become stronger. Maintaining the healthy relationship can be a powerful buffer against the chronic stress. Learning to recover from stress. The goal is not eliminate the stress completely. Some stress is a natural part of life, and what matters most is recovery. Moments when the body returns to a calm state. Activities like working in the nature, deep breathing, physical exercise, meditation, or quiet reflection can help activate the sympathetic system, the system responsible for the rest and recovery. Regular recovery periods help protect the body from long-term stress damage. The silent natures of chronic stress. One of the most challenging aspects of chronic stress is how quietly it is developed. People often adapt to high level of stress without realizing it. They become used to feeling tensed, used to feeling tired, used to feeling constantly busy, but the body keeps track. Every stressful moment creates a physiological response. Over months of years, this response accumulates, which is why recognizing stress and learning to manage it is so important. Because protecting your health is not only about diet or exercise. Something is begin with the learning how to let the body rest. Stress and the body's warning signal. One of the challenges with the chronic stress is that it rarely appears suddenly. Instead, it's developed gradually. The body often sends more warning signal long before serious problems appear. Persistent fatigue, frequent headaches, muscle tension, digestive discomfort. These symptoms are sometimes dismissed as the minor inconvenience, but they may be early signal, thus the body under prolonged pressure. The nervous system is trying to adapt to ongoing stress. When the pressure continues, this signal may become stronger. Learning to recognize these warning signs can be an important step in protecting long-term health. The role of modern lifestyle. Modern lifestyle introduce many forms of constant stimulation, emails, messages, social media updates, breaking news. The brain rarely receives a true moment of silence. Even during rest, many people continue to consume information. This constant input can keep the mind engaged long after the workday ends. The nervous system remains alert and the body may struggle and can transition into relaxation mode over time. This continuous stimulation can contribute to the chronic stress and describe fatigue. Every day, the human brain makes thousands of decisions. Some are small: what to eat for breakfast, what route to take to work. Other requires more attention: work responsibilities, financial choices, personal relationship. Its decisions use mental energy. When decisions accumulate without sufficient rest, the brain may experience decision fatigue. Decision fatigue can reduce focus and make even simple choices feel overwhelming. Chronic stress often intensifies this mental burden. Stress and breathing pattern. Breathing pattern changes when the body is under stress. During calm moment, breathing tends to be slow and deep. But during stressful situation, breathing often becomes shallow and rapid. This change prepare the body for quick action. However, when stress persists, this breathing pattern may remain alert. Shallow breathing can reduce oxygen exchange efficiency. This may contribute to the feeling of tension and mental fatigue. Practice shallow, deep breathing can help signal the body that it is safe to relax. Stress and the body's recovery system. The body has a built-in system designed especially for recovery. This system is the parasympathetic nervous system. Its low heart rate stimulates digestion, promote the cellular repair, but chronic stress can suppress this recovery system. The body remains in the constant state of readiness. Without regular recovery periods, cells have less time to repair and restore themselves. This is why recovery is essential for long-term health. Stress and work environment. Work environments can be significant sort of stress. Deadline, high expectation, constant multitasking. These pressures can create a certain mental strain when people feel that they lack control over their work environment. Stress response may intensify. On the other hand, supportive work cultures and manageable workload can help reduce the chronic stress. Balancing productivity with recovery is important for mental health. Stress and physical movements. Physical activity can influence how body process stress. Exercise stimulates circulation, it helps release the muscle tension, and it promotes the release of the endorphins. Endorphins are nature's chemical that improve mood. Regular physical activity may help regulate stress hormone. Even moderate activity like walking or stretching can support the body's recovery system. Stress and mental overload. Mental overloads occur when the brain receives more information that it can comfort process. Modern environments often deliver constant stream of data and stimulation. Emails arrive instantly, notifications appear throughout the day, information move quickly without periods of mental rest. The brain may become overwhelmed. Chronic stress often develops when the mind never has time to fully reset. Stress and personal expectation. Stress does not always come from external sources. Sometimes it arises from the internal expectation. High personal standard, fear of failure, constant self-criticism. These internal pressure can activate the same stress responses as the external threat. Learning to develop balanced expectation may help reduce unnecessary stress. Stress and emotional recovery. Emotional recovery is just as important as a physical recovery. After difficult experiences, the mind needs time to process emotion. Talking with a supportive friend, journaling, or engaging in the creative activity may help release the emotional tension. Ignoring emotional stress does not make it disappear. Often it is simply move deeper into body's stress system. Stress and daily routine. Daily routines can influence how the body responds to stress. Consistent sleep schedule, regular meals, predictable work pattern. The routine provide a sense of stability. When routine become chaotic, the body may feel less secure. Stable routines can support nervous system balance. Stress and digital boundary. Technology often many benefit, but constant connectivity can also increase stress. When people feel they must always respond the message immediately, their mind rarely rests. Setting boundary around digital communication may help create period of mental calm. Even small break from screen can reduce the cognitive overload. The importance of quiet moments. Quiet moments allow the nervous system to reset. These moments do not require special technique. Simply sitting quietly, talking a slow walk, spending time in nature. The experience can help calm the brain. In the world filled with constant stimulation, intentional quiet can become a powerful tool for stress recovery. Long-term resilience is the ability to adapt to challenges. It does not mean avoiding stress entirely. Instead, it means recovering effectively after stressful event. Healthy sleep habit, physical activity, supportive relationship, balanced nutrition. These factors can strengthen resilience over time. Recognizing the power of rest. Rest is often underestimated in modern culture. Many people associate productivity with the constant activity, but the body requires balance. Periods of work must be followed by the periods of recovery. True rest allows the nervous system to return to equilibrium. And when the body finds that balance, many systems being functioning more smoothly again. Finally, message. Stress is something every human being experiences. It is the part of life. A natural response designed to help us to survive challenge. But the problem being with when stress never truly ends, when pressure becomes constant, when the mind never fully rests, and when the body remains in a state of resilient, silent tension day after day. Chronic stress rather announce itself loudly. Instead, it appears quietly. It rests like night in constant fatigue, in the tension that never seems to disappear. Over time, these small signals can grow into larger problem, but there is also an important truth many people forget. The body's got incredibly ability to recover when we give it the chain movement of rest, movements of calm, movements away from constant pressure. These small changes can slowly the nervous system return to balance, and when the body find that balance again, many aspects of health can begin to improve. Energy become more stable, sleep become deeper, and the mind become clearer. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like the video so more people can discover this information. And if you know someone who feel constantly overwhelmed or exhausted by daily stress, consider sharing this video with them. Sometimes a small piece of knowledge can make a big difference. And if you want to continue learning about the hidden truths of health that many people were never taught, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because of understanding that our body may be the first step toward the protecting your health. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your health is simply to slow down.